Ohio gozaimasu. Watashi wa Flazefire-sama.
Watashi wa totemo chisai penis o motte imasu.
If you watch anime, you are a bad person. What is that right there? A little anime girl? Not definitely femboy. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and complain about weeaboos, because Frank did that 15 years ago, before he abandoned YouTube to go sell Joji spoons.
New York.
But the Joji spoon.
A lot has changed in that time. Societies have risen and fell. I have no issues with the weeaboos. Let them be cringe. What I have a problem with is the anime watchers.
Protect my queen! Mental sickness!
And when I say anime watchers, you know the ones. Oh, you cringe normie. I am a consumer of the cultural delights of, I want to have intercourse with my sister, but incest is illegal, but I turned her into a toaster, and it's okay to have sex with your toaster if you live in Arkansas. And also this little indie underground anime, I'm pretty sure you've never heard of it. It's called Chainsaw Man. Pretty niche. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Don't worry, if you like Goku or the one with the dog, whose name I'm not allowed to pronounce, then you're fine. Bad takes. I've heard bad opinions from everybody. Sometimes you slip up and you say something that disallows you from pursuing a college degree. That's how it be. But anime profile pictures are on another level. YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Amazon Smart Fridge, doesn't matter the platform. Anime fans will use it as a way to upload Eren Yeager as their profile picture and say something so inconceivably incorrect that you almost start believing it because it is so batshit insane, you almost have to gaslight yourself as a cope to not lose your own sanity. I am at an age where I could have and raise children. You can hear the woke side of Twitter having a stroke or some shit. White people don't age well because we don't belong here. We're not of this realm. Our entire being is straddling the spiritual, physical. Blue eyes, gold hair, white skin. We are ethereal. Our spirit is legit trying to escape samsara through our body. You do realize all this happened 2,000 years ago, when it was normal for 14-year-old girls to give birth. The only reason we don't do it now is because people have grown to be immature and their bodies do not develop the same. The only reason we don't do that now. Am I the fucking crazy one? I can't tell anymore. This is all anecdotal, of course, but if I had to rank the most incomprehensibly reprehensible sentences written by man, it would go anime profile pictures, milady owners, me. Do you watch the dub? Or do you watch the sub? Are you a dub normie or a sub Chad? Giga Chad, Nordic gamer, sub enjoyer, or Soy Jack, non-red-pilled dub consumer. Shut up. They both have their inherent strengths and weaknesses. The subtitled version usually has better vocal performances.
Stuck, ain't ya? One quick yank of the knife and they'll be picking your fingers out of the snow for a fortnight.
The dubbed version is actually watchable in public because it doesn't sound like everyone's ejaculating every 5 syllables.
That is a juicy pork, everybody.
If you prefer to read anime instead of a single book ever, be my guest, but you're not better than those that don't because of it. In fact, your reading comprehension is probably below that of a 5th grader, so I doubt you're retaining any of it anyways. You just like looking at big anime boobies, and that's okay. The sub is more accurate to the original creator's vision, but without the dub, we wouldn't have the One Piece rap. So they both have their strengths and weaknesses. Power scaling is cringe and gay. I have a personal issue with every single power scaler on the planet Earth, but anime fans seem to be the most vocal and prolific.
Goku versus Superman.
Saitama and Gojo.
Deku versus Naruto. Even if we're being generous and say Luffy can blow up a planet, and the One Piece planet is the size of Jupiter, or even let's say the sun or something, is still not strong enough to beat Borean mode Naruto, or even base form Naruto really.
Deku's greatest feat of strength was splitting that enormous cloud formation with Bakugo.
By measuring the size of the island and comparing it to the clouds above, we can determine they dispersed over 63 trillion kilograms of water.
How's it going, everybody? It's your boy, the real OG gangster here, back at it again with a brand new video. Today we have a super requested fight. We are going to be scaling Weezer versus Macro Falco. They're obsessed with comparing anime universes with one another and seeing who would win in an epic head-to-head. Would Goku beat Fanboy and Chum Chum? Depends how much prep time Fanboy and Chum Chum has. It's just annoying as shit. My advice, if you happen to run into any of these creatures in the wild, is when they ask, well, could that character beat Goku? You just simply say yes, and then don't respond, and then watch them cope and mold as they try and disprove you wrong.
My name is Walter Hartwell White.
We should be referring to anime series with the name that is the least annoying and pretentious. Shingeki no Kyojin? That's some weak-ass sauce.
Man, what the fuck is this sauce, man? Who let this man cook? Nah, that sauce weak as hell. You telling me a shrimp?
Now, Attack on Titan, that's something I can get behind. That sounds powerful. I would very easily destroy the Poindexter that calls it Sorcery Fight. But if I were to battle a person that calls it Jujutsu Kaisen, I would instantly lose. Anything with an X in the name. If the X is separated by 2 spaces, you know, Hunter X Hunter, pronounce the fucking X. It's there. If it wasn't meant to be pronounced, then it shouldn't be there. Take it out. It's taking up space. It's messing up my feng shui. And if you come at me with some stupid shit like, oh, well, in the original Japanese naming lexicon, the X is actually pronounced, which is silent, well then, I'm gonna have some very strong words for the president of Japan. I am not the horny police. I'm not here to double check what hentai tags you're looking at, but be horny on your own time. I'm gonna set aside the objectification of women for this argument because, let's be honest, anime watchers do not care.
One of the things that seems to get a lot of the Puritans upset is fan service.
While there's not even a small scent of complaints about fan service coming from Japan, you know, the place that produces the anime and manga it ends up in, Western heroes have stepped up to be offended about it as they spend their lives terminally online.
They don't want well-rounded 3-dimensional characters. What they want is well-rounded 2-dimensional boobies. There's nothing quite like getting into a series, getting invested into the story and characters, learning the lore and the intricacies on how this alternate world works, only to have all of that investment and suspension of disbelief smashed into the fucking floor, all because the creators decided to interrupt everything, just grind it to a halt, so they could show some tatas, show some fannies, pull up the little anime girl's skirt so we could see some panties. And I'm aware that anime watchers are not at fault for creating this issue. That lies solely on the creators of the anime and the absolute degenerate anime consumers over in Japan that this fan service is catering to. And to all my Japanese anime watchers that are viewing this in English, Tesuke o me totumeru. Not funny. An anime watcher's life revolves around 2 things: being horny and being corny. And that is all that their jokes are. Though I do have to admit, I feel like this isn't the fault of the anime watcher. I am going to say possibly the most controversial thing that has ever passed through my soft, supple lips. Anime isn't funny. That doesn't mean it's bad. I've quite enjoyed a lot of anime. It just means that I have not laughed a single time at a joke in a manga or anime series that I've watched. And it's not because I don't get it. It's not because the intricacies of the Japanese language are lost on an English speaker like me. It's simply because anime only has 3 jokes, and that is loud, horny, or lots of movement. Anime comedy is the equivalent of jingling keys in front of a baby, but instead of a baby, it's a 30-year-old neckbeard, and instead of keys, it's boobs. Now back to the anime watchers. Similar to the anime that they consume, they also have only 3 jokes, except I'm a little lying scoundrel, and their 3 jokes are just being horny. Guys, I got a porn addiction. I don't know if you know this or not, but porn equals funny. Guys, porn. I like porn. Listen, I love you, Mother's Basement. Konosuba isn't funny. Oh, he took her panties. Oh, she's always horny. Oh look, they're always screaming. If it's subverting genre tropes, that is lost on me, because it appears that subversion equals doing the tropes, but more. I love kids, Charlie. I love kids. Kids, let's be honest, a lot of anime watchers are attracted to kids. Not all of them, a majority of them aren't. Most anime watchers are just annoying, law-abiding citizens. But there are enough that are attracted to kids that it's a bit concerning.
Are you serious? You looking for a fight with that sign? Franchising lollies? Pedophilia? You really looking for a fight?
And no, I'm not arguing with you, it's just a fact. If you for any reason feel the need to write a college-length thesis to describe why you're attracted to something, you're attracted to kids. If someone finds poop sexy, they say, I love poop. I love eating poop. Yum yum, boy do I love eating poop. If someone says I'm attracted to big, naked, oiled up black men twerking and shaking their booty cheeks, they say, hello, my name is Flazefire. If someone is attracted to Lolly, they say, well, she's actually 10,001 years old and is also a half tiger, half elf, 0.0009% human goddess, and with those specific genes, she matures at a faster rate than normal humans, so she's actually a lot more mature than most adults, and lore-wise, the legal age of consent in generic fantasy world number 332 is 12 years old, so it's not morally or legally wrong, and also, I'm attracted to the personality. If you feel the need to justify what gets you going to such an extent that Twitter had to up its character limits from 160 to infinity to accommodate your cope, and for some reason you get upset that Japan upped the age of consent from 13 to 16, that says a lot about you as a person, and I do not wish to interact with you, much like anyone in your family or friend circles. Also, stop using the word cunny. I'm not going to explain what it means, but if you know, just stop using it.
I shit it in my pants. I am for real. Never meant to make my booty shit. I apologize, I shit my pants. I shit it in my pants. I am for real.